Hey Baker, it's Shamir. Hope you had a great month. Hope everything is going well with you. This morning we have a very different and interesting show. I have with me on the line, because we're zooming in, Ms. Tracy Burge from LSU Coastal Sustainability and Councilwoman Glenda Bryan. And we're going to be talking about the Louisiana Community Resilience Institute work that was really inspired from the flood. Good morning, ladies. How are you guys doing?
Great, thank you,
Hello,
Chair.
how are you?
All right. Well, Tracy, it's been a minute since we've talked, and I hope all has been well with you. And Councilwoman Bryan, I am so happy that you have got involved with this. And this is really hard and challenging work, but the end result is going to be great. And so, Tracy, let's talk about how we got involved together. And I know it started from the flood. And tell us a little bit about the recovery plan and what was your dream about this? What was your guidance and what did you see that you could help us after the flood?
So we have been working together now for, I believe, 3 years, since 2017. And early on, we came together to help communities who had been flooded in 2016. I work with an institute at LSU called the Coastal Sustainability Studio. And what we do is a lot of work on the ground with communities, where communities become research partners with us, and we work to help reduce risk, reduce flooding, and improve quality of life in communities. So right after the flood, we came to the mayor and said, look, we're putting a workshop together, and we're going to bring mayors from across the state in to talk about their issues related to resilience, try and put them together with resources, and then have mayors help each other out, because how often do you guys get to sit in a room together without phones ringing and meetings happening so that you can talk together about your problems and work together, create partnerships. So we had a chance to do that. Talked about a couple different projects that Baker was interested in, looking at some of the shopping centers and how could you rehab those and make them transit stations, and thinking about biking and of course reducing floods in the city as well, right? So fast forward about 6 or 8 months, we had a chance to work with the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and the National Academy of Science to do on-the-ground work with communities. So it was just a kind of natural extension of that. We already had a relationship with Baker. And from there, we'll talk a bit more about that grant, but we've had a chance to really focus on what community members worked on in the recovery planning, and then take it to the next level, start to really think about what that could mean in different projects in different parts of town. So
Yeah, it was a good deal because a lot of the stuff that you've talked about, we followed up with the Louisiana Community Resilience Institute, and that's mainly who it inspired the current work. Tell us a little bit about that really quick, and how that created the purpose and what we're doing right now.
So what we do at LSU, at my institute at LSU, is we work with elected officials to address issues that help to increase resilience in their community. So we let the mayors define what resilience might mean, and then it's based on a project. So each mayor brings a project to the table. I believe we had 6 mayors at the table when you were in the process. Each one comes with a project. They pitch the project to the group, which is both mayors and subject experts, so architects, landscape architects, floodplain managers, people like that. And then we roll our sleeves up and work through the issues. What kind of things will we need? What kind of resources? Where could we find partners? And so, yeah, you do that 6 times, and at the end you kind of come out of it with a better idea of the steps you might have to take to get to that project. And then from there, as I said, we try to pair people with resources. So sometimes it's just getting the right agencies in the room with the mayors. And sometimes those projects are things that we at LSU can start to look for money for and help push a little bit further, which is what happened in this case.
So we're going when we come back, we'll talk about some of the strengths and issues, some of the solutions we had. I got to pay a few bills. I'll be right back.
If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport. It's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business, moving forward together. Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana by Home Security Advisor, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Okay, hey Baker, we're back. Thank you for coming back. We're having this interesting conversation with Ms. Tracy Burge and Councilwoman Glenda Bryant, and this is good stuff. This is when we're talking about flooding and resiliency. And so, Councilwoman Bryant, you got involved with this because of the issues that we were having in the city, and you wanted to work that issue out, especially in the district where you are, and you just decided that you were going to take over. Let's talk a little bit about some of the issues that got you involved in this with Ms. Burge.
Well, as we move forward, resilience was an issue for me. And so once this program became available to us to take advantage of it, then, there were things that we could look into to minimize flooding just from natural rains, just from, everyday real hard rain coming down fast. And so LSU Coastal Sustainability Studio got involved. They are an organization that does reach out to communities during this time of disasters and try to, help them with what their needs are. And as we look forward to mitigating, doing flood mitigation through several projects, this is one that was brought to my attention and allowed me to work on it. We had a lot of community involvement. We held workshops. The Coastal Studio allowed their students to become involved to where they actually created some designs for the project. And so District 3 was actually one of the hardest hit districts in the city of Baker. And that's why my attention was always focused on anything that could help us mitigate flood in the areas. And so they came up with some great plans for us to use our parks, to use greenery, to use storefronts in order to minimize flooding. And so I thank you, Tracy, for your organization, LSU. Also, the engineering students participated. It was part of like their year-end project.
Well, that's good. Yeah, the local rains has always been a problem, especially in your district. Tracy, show us. I know you got a couple of slides, and let's talk a little bit about what are we doing. Actually, what we're doing. I'm really excited to see this.
And I'll just tell you a little bit. As I said, it was Robert Wood Johnson Foundation and the National Academy of Science came together, and what they did was say that they wanted to focus on well-being, which is the idea that where people live has a lot to do with both their mental and physical health. And people who live in places that have disasters frequently suffer mentally and physically because of it. But that every community has strengths that you can build on as well. Everybody lives in their community and they have things that they love. So is different for a lot of research that gets done. So we had the chance, as I said, we already had some relationships to be able to kind of come together and work with community members to try and define what well-being means, and then how we can address it through design. So,
Well, you Tracy, you think that when you go back to people that have disasters all the time, that resiliency, it is it a cultural thing that we're building here? Let's talk. That's very, very interesting in these areas. Will that help people take more pride, and when they know that somebody is trying to help them, will that make that community become stronger?
yeah, I think what it is to say, there are lots of different communities and people live in communities for different reasons. One of the things we did very early on was talk to folks in Baker about what it is they love about Baker. They love their neighbors. They love to be able to, meet them on the street, meet them in the park, do things. They like that it's quiet. They like that there's lots of trees. They like that there's a kind of slower pace in Baker than there is just next door in Baton Rouge. And all of those things are not directly related to flooding, but can help you determine what the design should look like, because you want to build on what people love. Right? And so there's ways to put trees into it because that's something that people really like, and creating opportunities for people to meet together in different places in public, right? Because that's what people said they like about their community. Like those ideas could be really different in a different community, and then we would take what people value there and change them up. But in Baker, this is what really matters. So,
Well, that's great to know that.
The community came out and they actually participated in the design. And so, that was good.
yeah, and the councilwoman was instrumental in getting folks to come out. We put a steering committee together of local residents that were involved in the process, that both helped us determine what the design should look like, but then also we brought the designs back to them so they could look at it and they'd say, well, this won't work because of XYZ, all the things we could never know. But I really like this idea. And so then since then we've been able to kind of adjust some of those designs, and they're just about ready.
All right, then. So real quick, the grant. Tell us a little bit about the grant real quick.
So with the grant and in cooperation or coordination with the mayor, Councilwoman Bryant, and then folks in Baker, we came up with 3 different concepts that are really driving the designs. One is called Living with Water, and this turns kind of typical drainage from something that is maybe an annoyance or maybe not at capacity to something that becomes an amenity for the community. So there might be walking paths, there might be nature trails, things like that along the edges of this. But what that does is keep water where it's supposed to be and not in your house and not in your car. The second idea is Design for Active Living, which finds ways to put elements into the landscape that allow recreation in a comfortable manner year round. So there's shade, there's seating, there's benches, there's lighting. But they might also have elements in it that help to reduce flooding as well. And then the last one is Connected Communities. And that provides the ability for all community members to move around their community. It helps to link some of those elements together, like parks, some of the new bike ped plans and the bike lanes that are going in. They're all work together to improve quality of life, create amenities and opportunity for folks in Baker while still reducing flood risk.
Outstanding. So that's exactly what we're looking for. That is why you got involved, right, Councilwoman Bryant? That's the reason why you're so excited about this, because the effects is going to affect your district more than anybody else in the city.
As well as a quality of living.
All right, well, look, we want to thank you guys for being here this evening and kind of explaining this. We're going to bring you back as we move forward with this. So I want to thank you so much, Tracy and Councilwoman Bryant, for all the work you put in. I know you guys have conference calls every week, and I want to thank you for all you do. And so we'll talk to you later, and Baker, I'll be right back.
you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport. It's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business, moving forward together. Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana by Home Security Advisor, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Hey, Baker, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that last segment. It was really, really interesting. It was an interesting segment, and I'm glad that we were able to talk about that. The next person that I have that we're going to be interviewing tonight is Ms. Michelle Woods from the Baker Chamber of Commerce. Everybody knows that she is the president, and since taking that position, the chamber now has started to move forward according to the vision of the city. Good morning, Michelle. How are you?
I'm well. Good morning, Mayor Waits. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Listen, I know you've been busy over there, and tell us a little bit about what's going on, what the chamber is doing during the pandemic to help the businesses of Baker and the whole family of businesses. What are you guys doing to help us during this real bad time?
Yes, sir. Well, one of the things that we're doing at the Chamber of Commerce is we've been having monthly webinars for all of our member businesses and also the businesses that are not necessarily a member of the Chamber. The webinars have been very informative, from cybersecurity to various other things that would help small business owners. We believe that these webinars monthly will help small business owners to gain the knowledge they need to operate virtually, as many people are virtually right now. Many businesses have gone virtually. Another thing that the Chamber is doing for our small business owners in Baker and also our member businesses is we're trying to help promote them or market their business by letting everyone know what it is that they're offering, what discounts they may have, or what services they offer. And so we came up with this idea of Shop Baker, Shop Local campaign. And so that's something that we just kicked off last weekend, where we are trying to encourage people to shop Baker, shop local, and also try to encourage businesses to partner with us so that we can market them. Even in the pandemic, we believe that marketing is key and crucial for any small business. And so that's one of the things that the Chamber has been doing during the pandemic, is trying to make certain that we have webinars to offer our small business owners to keep them connected and to keep them informed about various things that are interesting to them, and also helping to promote their business through our Shop Baker, Shop Local campaign. And one of the things that we're doing with that is, even though the campaign was last Friday and Saturday, that's just the beginning. And so every month we're going to be showcasing our Baker businesses, letting people know what Baker has to offer, and encouraging people to shop Baker, shop local.
And you know, that's a great thing, because here's why that's important. Because for a city like Baker, the revenues are very, very important. And businesses are very, very important. So we have to have a connection with our businesses, and we have to work together. During the pandemic, a lot of people having some rough times, but those places that still operate, like the grocery stores, the restaurants, all those little small businesses in there that can continue to contribute is going to be very, very helpful as we go through this together. You guys have done a great job with that. Tell us a little bit about your website and how are you trying to connect with the public to let them know what's going on?
Yes, sir. Our website, we're in the process of revamping our website, and it should be up and live this week. And so what we want to do, because we believe that Many people are virtual right now. Many businesses are going virtual or actually trying to offer their services online when they haven't had to before, or even trying to make certain that they have their website secure. And so we believe that our Chamber of Commerce website can be a marketing tool that our member businesses can use during this time and even beyond. And so what we're doing right now is we've been contacting all of our member businesses, making certain that we have the very latest updated information from them so that we can post it on our website, and also encouraging our member businesses that when they have a special or whenever they're offering something to the public that they want people to know, give that to us so that we can place that on our website and our various platforms so that we can let the public know what they're offering as well. So we believe that our website is going to be a crucial part for all of our member businesses to help with their marketing as well.
Well, look, I really appreciate what you guys are doing over there. You and your team, the board, are doing a great job for Baker. And just to let you guys know that, you know, we got a team building going on over at the Chamber. Ms. Woods doesn't live in Baker. She shops in Baker because she drives all the way from Baton Rouge to come to Baker, but she is the Chamber of Commerce president, and she has a lot of other things going on. But the work that she's put in here in Baker, I really appreciate. Just to let you know that it doesn't matter where you live, it matters what you do in whatever community that you work in. So I appreciate everything that you're doing. We're going to keep you on this show, continue to help us to move Baker forward and to make our business community strong as ever. And you guys take care, and God bless you. You have a good week.
Thank you, Mayor. There's one more thing I would like to say, if you don't mind, is our weekly calls that we have with the Economic Development Department of your city, with Becky and myself with the Chamber, that we offer every week as well. We've been doing that since the pandemic. That's another thing we've been doing. And I believe that has allowed us to continue to have that constant communication with all of our businesses, which I believe is very crucial right now. So thank you for your office, Mayor Waste, Economic Development with Becky Bonds, partnering with us with the Chamber to, like you said, we're building a team and we're all working together. So that's the beauty of this.
That's it. Well, thank you. Keep doing it. You're doing a great job, and I appreciate you. We'll talk to you later. All right. Well, thank you, Baker. I'll be right back to close out. Let me pay a few bills.
If you own or are planning to start a business, you need to take a hard look at Baker, your one-stop shop for business city licensing, services, and sensible tax rates. With low crime, it's a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge, the airport. It's on the river with railways. Baker is not landlocked. Plank Road presents the traffic businesses need, and Main Street offers a hometown atmosphere. Baker and business, moving forward together. Are you looking to build or purchase a home? You need to take a hard look at Baker. Small town atmosphere that's good for families. Baker has everything you need. Shops, doctors, hospitals. It's near the airport and a stone's throw from downtown Baton Rouge. No traffic hassles and lots of community activities to be involved in. Ranked as one of the safest cities in Louisiana by Home Security Advisor, Baker and families are moving forward together.
Hey Baker, welcome back. That was a great show, and we will continue to provide these kind of shows to you over the next 4 years. I want to thank everybody for their support and their prayers. We are happy to be back, and we just are excited about what's going to happen in the next 4 years for Baker and the surrounding area. So I just want to ask you all to continue to pray for me and my family. Pray for this city. We'll continue to do the same for you. You guys have a great evening, and remember, we're moving Baker forward together in unity. Good night.